our profile of adult social care, as well as the sort of growth and the demand, the profile and complexity of people that we're dealing with has also changed, which obviously leads to, an exponential challenge on the budgets of social care.
For many years in Wolverhampton, we have wanted to really embrace technology, but the technology that we've had available to us here in the city has been quite traditional in its model. Telecare systems that work on analogue lines, analogue infrastructure that really doesn't enable us to be preventative and proactive.
Home First is Birmingham City Council's priority around adult social care. If you can keep somebody in their home, they live for much longer and much happier.
Where you're standing at the moment, a year or so ago, I stood on that step and I went straight backwards and I fell and I broke my wrist.
Technology-enabled care for me is something that has helped normalise a few things in my life. I have alarms to remind me to eat meals 3 times a day. I'm more regular with my medication. Some of the negatives from not taking my medication before have had a negative impact on my job, and when it's affecting your life to that degree, being able to take them regularly and know you'll be able to take them regularly is like a lifesaver, to be honest.
We're offering with our partners something like 50 different types of devices covering a huge range of citizens' needs.
So these are general falls wearables that we have normally, but we go the extra mile and provide smartwatches that have geolocation and geo-tracking, but also work as a smartwatch to keep it trendy and up to date.
Now, if I'd have had the watch, when I fell in the garden, I could have just pressed and I'd have had help immediately.
With our older adults, we can find that they may be a bit hesitant to use care, they may not have used much technology. The new tech enables family to have that reassurance that they can tap in at any point and see the support that's going and what's happening.
It's no good adult social care ploughing ahead and putting lots of whizzy technology into place if the infrastructure and the knowledge to use that infrastructure is not there. And I think that's what the 5G project has brought, is that that wider look at how we actually implement it.
One citizen that I work with lives on his own, isn't great at taking medication, also has diabetes, which has been very difficult to control, and it has prevented him having 2 operations that he really needed because he just wasn't well enough. Within 3 or 4 weeks of having the virtual carer to kind of check in and say, how are you doing, and have you had something to eat, have you taken your medication, then he's been well enough to have the first of those 2 procedures, which he's just like amazed basically that it's worked so well.
Tech can really help with the budget constraints. The demand is only going to grow.
I can't imagine life without it.
That person who has 4 calls a day, if we can get that down to 2 calls a day with technology-enabled care as an enabler within that overall care package, that's what we're aiming for.
It's best value for money from the City Council's point of view, and it's the best possible outcome for the citizen.
Overall, it's a really low cost intervention that can make a huge difference. So you might be spending a couple of £100 up front, but you're potentially saving thousands down the line.
It would be good if it could be rolled out across the whole of the city.
I would love to see it implemented. I think we've had some really excellent feedback from both our social work team, from citizens, even from our citizen tech board.
We have about 12,000 people with existing care plans, and there are 4,000 new referrals in any one year that a social worker would need to pick up.
If we can scale this effectively as a region, it will offer us huge gains.
Telecare keeps you in your house. The new technologies enable you to get out and experience the community. That's what we should be doing, enabling people to get out, but with the security that they can call help should they need it.
It makes me feel more able to go about and do what I want to, other than just sitting in that chair. Yeah.
There is huge potential to make the West Midlands, if you like, a centre of excellence for this type of technology.
With increasing pressure on local authority budgets, technology-enabled care is playing a vital role, offering citizens more choice, helping people stay at home longer, and easing pressure on stretched services. 80% of cases generated financial benefits, with savings ranging from £80 to more than £1,400 per month. That's around £960 to over £17,000 per year in some cases. Since September, 750 referrals will lead to over 650 people supported by TEC, powered by more than 2,500 pieces of technology and over 460 practitioners trained, helping social workers feel more confident in exploring blended care solutions. This isn't theory, it's working, and the momentum is growing. Our citizens, their families, and the wider care community are behind this. Together, we've built strong foundations. With continued pace and collaboration, we can go even further, delivering more for the people of our region.